Attention everyone, the 4th round of the KC Cup is about to begin. Both duelists, enter! I just realized I think he put 2 L's in list duelists, but whatever.
There can only be one winner. In this cruel world, the only person I can trust is myself.
Gonna take on my Valentine here today in the 4th round of the KC Cup. Sorry about last time. I know that was a little bit weird. It was like kind of off my usual schedule, but we had a little kind of a date with Maku there. He apparently got sad that we beat him in the tournament because he couldn't use the prize money to buy a ship for fishing, which was really lazy because I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be the same sort of motivation he had in Battle City, where it was like, oh, I want to get a big state-of-the-art ship so I can find my dad, who's obviously dead at sea. But instead they were all like, oh yeah, I just want to fish because I'm a big fisher guy. Sure, let's just use White to spend a rune right here just so we have a clear opening next turn. Probably could save that, but it's fine. But in any case, today we're here back at the KC Cup taking on my Valentine and her Harpy ladies. I don't know if she's any more difficult than any of the other characters we've faced, but everyone's pretty much been a pushover up until now, so I don't know. Let's go ahead and attack here with Fiend Mega Cyber. Speaking of the KC Cup, it's one of the things that always sort of made me sad in Duel Links, because it comes around I think like 4 times a year or something like that, or it's like every 3 months or more or less. And usually around these times I would use it as an opportunity to like take a break. To either A, take a break from playing Duel Links, because you know I'm playing the fucking thing 24/7, so I figured, okay, I could use a break here. Or I would use it as an opportunity to try and actually compete. Because I typically don't compete competitively in Duel Links, just because like I don't... Well, like my problem with competing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively is that I've gotten into this mindset, which is, you know, not exactly the wrong mindset. I'm not exactly wrong in thinking this, but in order to succeed or win and, you know, get championships and all that kind of stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! You got to, for the most part, play a specific set of cards. By that I mean I can't go in with, you know, my corny little Elemental Hero deck or my corny little Battery Man deck or anything like that if the meta doesn't really sort of, I guess, accept it, if it's not something that's going to be competitively viable for that point in time, then it's, you know, pretty understandable that I'm not going to be able to win with that, right? Unless I'm playing, you know, with the meta, like I know what's going to happen in the meta, like I know a lot of people are playing, I don't know, fish monsters, so I automatically start using Lightning Play, which is, you know, an unrealistic example because that doesn't necessarily happen, but you know, unless I start doing stuff like that, if I just play any deck that I want, it doesn't automatically mean that I'm going to have a good chance of winning, right? So that always kind of disappointed me about Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, and it made me not want to play it, especially in person. Because, like, in person, I would, you know, find all the cards that I thought looked cute or cool or badass or whatever, and then from those shift out the ones that, you know, were actually useful and make a deck out of them and try and use it. But then none of that would really matter because at the end of it I wouldn't actually be able to use some of those cards. God damn it, that's not what I want. To discard... fuck. I was trying to use... I was trying to discard Queen's Double to then use it with Warrior Returning Alive, but I unfortunately went too quickly, ended up discarding Warrior Returning Alive instead of Queen's Double, so now I've got a useless monster in my hand. I literally only put it in the deck for the point of it being useless, because I like the sort of thematical theme of having like a card that can do everything, so having like a specific card that can attack directly, a card that can inflict burn damage, stupid little things like that. These stupid little deck building quirks, which are, again, why I wouldn't be able to do good in competitive. Unless I were to just stop doing these things, then I can actually focus that, you know, I need to play the right cards if I want to win. Because unfortunately, that's how the game works. It's not like you can really, that's just how card games work in general, right? It's not just so much Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just card games in general. You need to play the good cards in order to win. And that's because everyone else is playing the good cards in order to win. So you need to make sure that you're playing good cards in order to defeat the people that are playing good cards, right? And that doesn't always mean that those are the cards that you like playing, right? Which is sort of the issue that I have, especially considering that, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the big anime thing, and, you know, it lends itself more to that sort of mindset of like, oh, I can believe in the heart of the cards, and, you know, if I have faith and spirit and courage and all this stuff, my grandfather's deck will do a great job in this tournament. But that's, you know, not the case. 9 out of oh fuck, that's all I want to do. God damn it. Yeah. Oh well. 9 out of 3 times, that's not going to be the case. So, and you know, the older I get, the more that like that kind of sinks in. Like there was a time where in Duel Links, I've never gotten to King of Games in Duel Links. King of Games is the highest tier you can get to for ranked battles. The highest I've gotten, I think, was like Legend 3, and at the time they've extended how many ranks there are in order for you to, you know, climb to the top. But at the time, the highest Legend rank was, I think, Legend 3, if I remember correctly, and after that you would get a King of the Games. But the highest I ever got was just Legend 2. And the only reason I got up to Legend 2 was because I was playing some super broken deck that was out at the time. And I felt so dirty constantly playing that. And it was like this weird crapshoot where I would just go into a match ranked against someone and then I would fight them. And it was either they were playing the same deck as me, so it'd be like whoever got their shit to work first won. Or it would be, I'm playing the same deck as me, they're playing the same deck as me, but they managed to get a bad hand, so they just gave up. They was like, fuck it. I already know where this is going because I'm playing the same fucking deck, so I'm not even gonna bother. Or it would be someone else that's playing their own deck, having a good old time, and I would just squash them because the deck was just so overpowered. And then finally, there was the variation where it was the poor person that was playing their deck that they like. Yes. Okay. Why can't I use Shadow Spell? Huh? I can only use Negate Attack? Why? Can you not change Shadow Spell to attacks? Okay, that's kind of weird. Well, in any case, yeah, it would be the last person who is just some poor guy trying to play his fun deck, trying to have a good time with the actual game, and I'm just trying to be a jerk here, trying to win. And then he would, because he has swords? Why would swords matter? They would try to play their fun deck, and then they would see what they're up against, and then they would just give up. After a while, just let me just move on, hopefully get another person. But I just felt so dirty playing that, and then I felt so dirty, and at the same time I felt like, I guess maybe anxious, was it? Because it just felt like I was gambling at that point, because it was just like, you know, I'm playing this deck, oh man, maybe I'll get hot, maybe I'll keep winning, maybe I'll keep winning, oh man, I lost, maybe I'll keep winning, maybe I'll keep winning. It was a really weird high that, you know, I was going through. And every match, I was like, oh man, hopefully it'll just be, you know, I'll get to play my 2-3 cards and automatically win. Oh boy, oh boy. This is really, really bad. And, you know, I did all that and I managed to make it up to Legend 2. I think one time I was on stream and I made it up to Legend 1. Which was legitimate because I was playing like an actual deck that I built myself, which is really cool. But then, other than that, that's as far as I've gotten. And then sometime after that, I just stopped, you know, in general, just stopped playing. I feel like Swords have been out for like 50 turns. I just stopped trying to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I would maybe for like if they had events, maybe events isn't the right word. If they had like rewards that they would give you for playing ranked at a certain time, I would do that just to get the rewards and dip. And then when I was, for the short period of time that I was doing like deck profiles and stuff like that for YouTube, what I would end up doing is I would just stay in like gold rank because it was a lot easier to play there. Because I don't know how it is now, but back then when you would get into platinum rank, it was the most god-awful thing in the world. Because back then, they implemented a system now where if you lose a duel in rank, you don't rank down ever. Before, it was as soon as you lost like 2 duels, you immediately ranked down. In order to rank back up, you had to win like 3-4 matches in a row or something like that in order to actually get your rank back up. So it was just extremely brutal trying to get through ranked, especially platinum, because it was basically like legend was everyone trying to get to King of Games, right? So those were the more experienced or lucky high season players that, you know, are playing really well, got a lot of good cards, however they got it, be it money or whatever the case may be, that's where they are. King of Games are like the top cream of the crop or whatever. People that actually put in the effort and time to climb up there. And then gold is kind of like, you know, new people that are just kind of starting out. They're just starting to get the hang of Duel Links, and they got pretty good cards, you know. And maybe they've been in the game for a good long while, and they're just now starting to get really into competitive, whereas like silver and everything else is just, you know, a bunch of random guys trying to play, or random people just trying to play cards and just throwing down their 30 card decks with, you know, their Mask of Accursed and all that crap that they're always running. But then platinum is just literally everyone else trying to climb the ladder, and it was just so frustrating.
Since you've beaten me, you better not lose to anyone. Not until I defeat you, that is.
You win! Congrats on making the quarterfinals! The quarterfinals will take next place. Or, sorry, it will take place next place. Will take place next Saturday. Your opponent will be Joey Wheeler. Make sure your deck and you are ready. See you next week. Take care of yourself.